Hello everybody, this is Uppish and Don the Donut, and welcome back to another Uppish Reviews. Now, in this, we are going to be discussing something that I might have just figured out about the Pokemon franchise. Not the game franchise, the movie franchise, the TV show, anime. So yeah, Don isn't going to be participating in this one. So, goodbye! I have learned, I've just come up with a thought of, did I say Uppish Reviews at the beginning? Oops. I meant, an Uppish Discusses. Or Uppish Theories, is better to phrase it. Anyways, I have came up with a theory that might be a little bit of a long shot, but it actually sounds very logical about the way, this has gone down. So, I'm gonna try to be really quick with this. Hopefully, I'm gonna try not to beat around the bush, because I don't want to drag it out too much, like I said in one of my last, maybe theories or reviews. So, yeah, before I start the video, please hit the like button down below. If you're new to my channel and want to see more, please hit that subscribe button. And one last moment, hit that baby bell down below to get notifications for when I post it online. And without further ado, let's get into this. Alrighty, so all of you know of Ash Ketchum from the Pokemon TV show. Well, Ash, before we got into the funny-looking, expressive Sun and Moon show, part of the show, there was a time, like not too long before, where Ash's Greninja took on a new form, like a, I don't know, like, I don't know what you would call it. It was weird. It was some kind of mega evolution, but it wasn't exactly a mega evolution that would go the way normal mega evolutions would. With a normal mega evolution for Pokemon, you required a mega evolution stone that came to specific Pokemon. Now, for a regular Greninja, you'd probably have a mega evolution stone for a Greninja. Well, the way Ash went with it is, weirdly enough, his soul or spirit, or I don't know, some kind of energy from him bonds with Greninja, and he becomes Ash-Greninja. I don't know. I don't understand it either. It's weird. Ash-Greninja is just strange to me. So, I think I've tapped as to why Ash can bond with Greninja this way. So, when it comes down to, well, what most people don't remember is there was a movie that did something similar to this, that I think might be related to this at the very least. And I forgot what it's called, but I think it was Ash and the Adventure with Mew or something? No, Pokemon and the Adventure of Mew or something. It was something to do with Mew. Not Mewtwo, but Mew. Now, in the movie, by the way, before I say anything more, spoiler warnings, spoilers, for the next coming, for what I'm about to tell you. Because, what I'm about to tell you is in relation with one of the, I'm guessing maybe canon Pokemon movies. But I'm hoping this movie's canon to the Pokemon story, to Ash's story. Because if it is, then I'm pretty sure I've cracked it. I've cracked the code. Yeah, but anyways, so Ash. In this movie, Ash goes to this certain part of the Pokemon world, like any other time. However, he's discovered, I don't know, there's this tree. This one area, he goes with Brock, Misty, on an adventure and finds this gigantic tree. Well, gosh darn it, I don't have all the specifics for the movie, but throughout the movie, at the start of the movie, he visits this mansion. One part of the mansion is being guarded by a Lucario. Now, I don't know, I'm guessing this mansion is known for you being able to hold Pokemon battles, and it also might have been known to, for them to have held masquerade balls. Well, Ash wore this specific attire that I guess he was attracted to for a Pokemon battle. Oh yeah, I think they were masquerade Pokemon battle, or costume Pokemon battles, and where you get to wear these different costumes for the Pokemon for each battle. And Ash took this one specific costume, and after a number of battles, Ash finally goes and he wanders off into a random part of the mansion. Well, it turns out that in this part of the mansion, like I said, there's a Lucario. The Lucario is not like a normal Lucario. It's actually gained, I don't know, sentient intelligence. It's gained the ability to psychically connect, or psychically speak, or just speak in general, because of its intelligence. And it has learned, well, it thinks that its long-lost Pokemon master, Pokemon holder, its long-lost trainer, that's the word for it, trainer, is back, because it thinks Ash is its long-lost trainer because of the costume he's wearing. Turns out that costume was actually the attire that his trainer would constantly use. Now, it is so neat to think about this. It turns out everybody that's played Pokemon has come across a Lucario at some point. For certain games, I guess. And Lucario's description is known as the Aura Pokemon. And it's able to manipulate aura, or life energy, in different ways. In the anime, it's able to form its aura into a club, creating a sphere of aura to attack people with, other Pokemon. And not only that, but it's also a really strong fighting / steel type Pokemon, which means it's a really, really good fighting type. Adding steel to that category, I'm pretty sure makes it a little bit stronger. Though, I'm pretty sure that type match is really, really good. But, yeah. So, throughout the movie, basically, they're traveling around this area with Lucario, and eventually Mew interacts with them, and Mew takes them to this gigantic stinking tree. Turns out Mew's linked to the tree. And, long story short, Ash learns to manipulate and control, learns to manipulate his aura. What he ends up doing is he actually, he puts on this glove that was sitting on this crystal in the center of the tree. It turns out that if Mew dies, the tree dies. And in order to save the tree or Mew, you have to put your aura into one or the other. Put life energy into the dying object or living, existing creature. And what he does is, with this glove, he actually manages to push his life energy, his aura, into Mew, or into the tree itself. But after putting some majority of life energy into it, pushing it into the tree, Lucario sacrifices itself and pushes all of its own life energy into it, causing it to disperse, like vanish. Not like, I guess, in Pokemon, if you put in your life energy into all of your life energy into something, you don't just die. You literally poof. You fade out of existence. It's weird. It's very weird. But here's where I'm getting into connection with... Here's where I'm going to connect it with the Greninja thing. What if... What if he's actually pouring his life energy into Greninja? Huh? Think about it. If he managed to push his life energy into Mew, who says that after this incident, even after he had taken the glove off, he'd basically pulled the cork off of whatever space was containing his life energy? This would make so much more sense as to, like, how he's able to put so much energy and gain so much trust in Pokemon that he just meets. Like, I'm not just talking about the Pokemon that he catches instantly in his Pokeballs. We all have seen moments where you do have to gain the trust of your Pokemon to really, really connect with them. Well, what if he's actually, over time, after all the Pokemon battles after the incident with Mew in the tree, he's actually gained control over his energies. Like, he's managed to actually gain control over his aura, but he's never known how to use the aura, you know? That means that he's going to be able to pull, like, with Greninja, he's unknowingly starting to tap into it. And I think that's because Greninja is like almost a mimic of himself. Like, think of it like, have you ever seen the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games? Well, it turns out your character gets turned into a Pokemon there. And it has a relation, they put relation into your aura there as well. What if, like, Greninja is technically what Ash would be if Ash was a Pokemon? That makes a lot of sense to me. Because his body, Greninja's height, when he stands up tall, is pretty much almost exactly Ash's height. As well as his physique is what you would think Ash would be as a Pokemon. It is amazing. So, I don't just think he has to... I think he has to... There are certain parameters to putting energy into it. First, you have to have the Pokemon you're interacting with has to have a humanoid figure. It can't just be something like a Pikachu or a Chimchar. It has to actually be able to stand up perfectly straight on both legs, on two legs. And not only that, but it also has to have similarities to you and your personality. I'm pretty sure Greninja has some of, or maybe a couple of personality traits to him that Ash has. This would cause both of them to have similar auras. I'm thinking they would both have similar auras at this point, thus being able to link their auras together. And that's where this big old burst, the shift, the evolution, the change in Greninja comes out of. I think that he's doing, what Ash is doing, is he's actually not so much just pushing his own life energy into Greninja, but like linking his life energy together with Greninja to create, to make a mimic, to make it to where Greninja mimics Ash in a way. And you can actually see with the link here and there, Ash and Greninja sync up different movements in their fight, in their battle. That is so amazing. I don't know if anybody's come up with this. Please, if you guys do know, please let me down in the comments if you do know whether or not somebody's made connections to this. This is just, thinking about this, I've been simmering on this for a while. And I don't know if people have actually connected this before. Because if we've already seen, like, in different anime, so this is actually a connected thing in different shows and everything different. This is an actual, like, thing that's related. Aura is a Japanese thing, like, that Japanese people, I'm guessing, believed in. Ooh! And it is amazing. Very, very amazing as to what is, what I've come up with out of this. Oh, Ash-Greninja. Oh, this fact. Okay, I'm starting to daze a little bit and ramble, so I'm gonna end this video here. Tell me your theories on this as well, what you think about this, down in the comments below. Good or bad, negative, positive. Just give me some feedback down in the comments as to what you think about my theory here. And, I think this might be a good crack as to why Ash is able to put all that, why he's able to sync up with his Pokemon. Maybe even in Sun and Moon, maybe there's even a relation to that, as to the Z crystals in the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime. As to, maybe there's some relation to the aura thing as well down there in the Sun and Moon anime. Maybe it has some relation to that as well. So, without further ado, I'm gonna end it here. No. Me and Donut Dawn are gonna end it here. Bye-bye!